Hi everyone, Julia from Adiabella Rises. Just bringing you this little video because I had a bit of a breakthrough the other day and realised that I had conquered my monster. So, Monster Slayer, and that's when I realised that, I stopped and went, wow, you know what, I have. So what does conquering the monster mean? For me, conquering my monster is panic attacks. And I always, when I was going through the worst of it, was always like, I have to get better, you know, these thoughts and feelings just have to go, you know, I have to become this normal person who didn't get any of these feelings. And you know what? That's really not true. You know, whatever your monster is, it could be anything from the same thing to overeating to anything. Conquering the monster means that you still have those thoughts, feelings, and whatever that you may always have. But it's what you do afterwards that is the conquering part. So for me with panic attacks, and anyone who's listening that suffers from them knows that when you start getting those vicious ego-based thoughts in your brain, or you start feeling that panic or whatever else, the first thing you're doing is no, go away, I don't want to feel you, no, go away. It's conquering it is when those thoughts start to happen, you say thank you. What is it that you want me to know? What is it that you're trying to tell me here? And just have a little conversation with ego. It may be that they're just trying to do the same story, and in that case you go, thank you, I love you, and I'm really helpful for your feedback, but we're going to try it this way today. And then you push through and do whatever you're going to do. Or it might be a case of, oh, actually what you're saying does have merit, and again, thank you, I will take that advice on board and I'll look into it and see whether that does sit right with me. But you're still doing an action after that that changes things. So before, if I was having to go to the supermarket, I'd be like, oh my God, I'm going to panic, and oh my God, like I'm going to have to leave and I'm not going to be able to because I'm going to have a trolley and there's going to be all these people and I'm going to be stuck in a line, you know, that kind of thinking. But I would listen to it, but rather than pushing it away and saying, oh my God, you have to go away, I said, thank you. Thank you for looking after me. Thank you for being caring. But you know what? A supermarket isn't a lion chasing after me that's going to eat me. It's safe for me to go to there. It's safe for me to do this. So while I really appreciate what you're doing for me, how about you take a back seat or jump in the passenger side and let me go shopping because I need food or I need to buy a present for someone or whatever else. And it's not to say that it's not going to come back, but it's just creating that conversation and acceptance and allowance that means that you may not think those thoughts quite so often every time you try and do something. You don't think, oh my God, you have to get better or whatever else, because it's not about getting better. It's not about fixing you because you're perfect. It's about evolving and learning to work with anything that you've got. So again, for me, it's the panic attack. So it can be really hard because obviously they can affect anything and everything. But now I really take that moment to thank them, because pushing them away and telling them to F off and never come back really doesn't work, because they'll just want to come and climb over you even stronger than what they did before. So if you actually take the time to say thank you, I really appreciate that. I love you, and while I can see where you're coming from, that's really not our story anymore, and you keep pushing forward, you're giving those thoughts the allowance and the acceptance that they deserve, but you're still taking positive action to what you should be doing. So think about where you can conquer your monsters. Have you conquered your monsters and not even realized it because you keep thinking that you should be magically fixed and never ever think of it before? Think of it again. Are you standing in your own way because you're not being Buffy the Monster Slayer, but being a happy person to just let those thoughts control you. You know, where are you at where are you at with this? Is there anything that you do need to conquer? Because remember, you are perfect exactly how you are, but there's certain things that if they're not working for you or making you miserable, that you do need to conquer. And again, it's not meaning that they never come back, but it's what you do with them that really makes the difference and really means that you have been the monster slayer of your monsters. So I encourage you to have a sit and think about where you've been beating yourself up because you haven't felt that you're in the right place or whatever. And actually begin to realize that you're also conquering your monsters. You're doing what you need when you need to get there. So honor that. Thank yourself for that. And if you're not quite there yet, then look at where you can get to that point of saying, I did this. I freaking conquered them and I am a monster slayer. So get out there. Enjoy. If you need any help, you know where we are, but just look at the big picture. Don't be stuck in those monster thoughts because that's all they are. They're just thoughts and you are in control to do whatever you want with them. And that's up to you. And that's the difference between living and breathing your monster or conquering it. So go be a monster slayer. Go to find out where you're at in your monster slaying stage and do what you need to do. Till next time, keep walking your spiritual path.